At home with Power BI, I'm Zahir Brahim for Sigma BI. Today I'm going to show you how to create a button by using an image. The way we do that is by using bookmarks, and we can be quite creative in how we do this. And if we do it on a number of images, we're able to see different sides and aspects of the reports. If we is using the filter function, and I'll show you how to do that in this video. Are you ready? Come take a look. Let's go. So the first thing we need to do is open a report up that you like to add the images, so we can assign them to a bookmark essentially. So we need a filter. So what I'm going to do here is select a slicer, and then I'm going to go to okay, so let's use store and let's use the chains. Okay, so we just select on one, just to see if it does the change. Okay, so it does work when we put the slicer in there. Okay, so now what we need to do is bring an image in. So what we're going to do now is bring in an image. Go to pictures. Okay, and I'm going to bring just my logo in. Right, click in that logo, and then what I'm going to do is, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to copy this. I'm not going to paste it yet, but I'm just going to copy it. Right, so I'm now going to add a bookmark. So you do is go to the top, go to view, click on bookmark, and then add a bookmark. So I'm going to call this bookmark. I'm going to make sure I rename this to, just put it F direct. Okay, cool. So now that if I want to do fashion direct, I just click on one of the buttons, the bookmark, and that will bring it up. All right. So then what we want to do is, well, at the same time, is do it same for the lenses. So if I click on that, it will then come off of that bookmark and say it's not recognized. So I'm now going to go back to the previous bookmark, and I'm going to paste that visual. So I'm going to paste that visual, and I'm just going to put it here for the time being. So then I'm going to go back onto this bookmark, okay, and then I'm going to go to selection. So let's out of the way. So what I'm going to say is, right, this is the image that's selected. I want to hide that when I am on that bookmark. So if I select hide visual, that'll take it away. And then what I need to do is go back into the bookmark. Okay, let's go back again. I need to do this properly. If I don't, it'll just keep going up. So if I hide that one, hide it, then go on to the ellipsis, make sure I clicked it and press update. So now what that will do is, if I go onto that bookmark, it's not going to show that visual. Okay, great. So now if I come out of that, if I make any changes now and show that visual, and then I'm going to hide this visual, and then I'm going to bookmark this and rename this. Let's put L's. Okay, so I haven't selected the bookmark. So if I'm just selected on there and I just say, right, okay, select lenses. So what I need to do is go back onto the bookmark, make sure I update it. So that's updated. So now that I know, if I press F direct and press L's, it'll bring up the two different ones. Okay. The reason why I put them separately, the images, is because just so we are not confuse into which image that we have up because of the same name, that kind of thing. Okay, so now what we now need to do is start assigning to the visualization. So if I'm on L's, okay, and I select on this visual, I want it to go back to the previous, which will be F direct, right? So what we need to do is then go to actions on the format image, on the action, and then click on the type to bookmark, and then I'm going to say, right, okay, I want it to go back to F direct. Yeah. And then what I need to do, once I've done that, I need to go back up to the L's, click on the ellipsis and go update. Right? Cool. So then we need to do it for the other one. So if I go into F direct now, and for the same, for the image, select it. We're going to say, right, okay, I want to do the same, add an action to it, click on the type and go to bookmark. And then because I've done L's, we need to put F direct for L's, we need to put L's into this one. Go up to F direct, press update. Okay, so that's now set your bookmarks. But also at the same time is what I want to do is I don't want to keep the slicer in. I don't want to show people what this extra sort of visualization when I don't need to. So what I'm going to do is hide the slicer, go up to F direct, which I've done, and update it. Okay, I'm going to go on to L's. I'm going to hide the slicer, and I'm going to make sure I update that too. Now this is a bit of a long way that I've been showing you, but if you get the kind of point, you need to make sure that we are selecting the correct one. So that now should do it. So what will that now do is, if I go into the report and I say, right, okay, click on that, it'll then bring F directs up. And if I click on that one, I'll be on there. Alright, so what I want to do is kind of overlap it. So now that I know that this image is not the same as the other image, I can now sort of redirect it. So I can put it in to the same position as the previous image. So if I just go on to this image and I just check select it, and I just say, okay, what's the general? So it's position 1008. Just copy that, and then I go back to the L's, select the position, select that, and then what I do is make sure I update it on L's. Alright, so now that is overlapping now. So when one image goes, it'll appear with the second one, and when I select the second one, the first one will come up. Alright, so now in theory what that should do is if I select it, it'll go to F direct, and if I select it again, it should go to the L's. And that's all based on layers and bookmarks. So I'll do it again, click on there, and then select it again. So that's how we create a button for an image that we put into reports. Now, you could do this for different stores, you could do it in different locations, or if you're comparing different organizations to yours, and you want to put it into a report and you want to see their sort of details, you can do it this way. This is how it's done. I showed you a bit of a long way, but you kind of get what I was trying to do in terms of if any changes that need to be made, you need to make sure that you update the bookmark that you're doing it on, otherwise it won't work. I hope that's helpful, and I hope that has showed you how it's done. And the more creative you be, you're able to create quite some quite great reports and great images and great buttons too. Once again, guys, if you have any questions, please comment below or get in contact with me. Thanks for watching, guys. At home with Power BI with me, Zahir Brayman. Learn with us by subscribing to our channel to get updated on our latest videos.